pipe's way down here below. Look inside it right here.
Pipe right there, and then you see the pipe going out, it's full of water. You see that? Right here, the pipe. That's your outlet baffle. Okay? And it's full. So you can repair this all day long, pump this tank out all day long, and you still have a problem, like I was telling you last night.
What are their options?
Well, you know, one, you definitely got to fix this. And then you got to figure out what's going on out there.
And we got to pump that first.
Well, yeah, because you know whatever you do out here, all that's going to come rushing back into here.
So you guys have a guy that'll do that?
Pump a tank?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, but I'm going to tell you something right now. You know, I asked you yesterday if getting out here was good to go.
Yeah.
It really ain't all that great.
Really?
No, this place sucks. This ain't an easy access place to get here, guys. This ain't against me. Look at the level of this pipe.
I know.
The level of that pipe. They're the same level. That shouldn't be like that. This should be higher. This should be lower. Okay? Because you got to have fall. You have 3 inches of fall. Your pipe should look like this. Does it look like that?
Not exactly.
No. They're the same level. So that means everything that's going out, you know, this pipe might have got crushed on the other side. Who knows if they use this crap.
If it's not in backwards.
I don't think it's in backwards.
Well,
one, there's already something wrong there because the inlet baffle and the outlet baffle are the same height. They got to have a difference so when the water comes in, it falls down. It doesn't just go straight across, keeping the level in the tank at one level.
Outlet side should be lower than your.
Yes. Yeah, and it's not. You're exempt when it comes to code.
Yeah, there's no
Yeah.
code.
If you have, well,
That almost got me
you would
killed.
still have a code under 10 acres. Okay, but if you have 10 acres or more, you have an exemption. No big deal. Yeah. Yeah, running that right there, just in itself, running any kind of utilities over your other utilities, is a zero stupidity, because now when you got to make this repair, look at what you got to deal with. So, you know, like I said, let's get this line done, but like I said, you got other issues. I mean, this ain't going to stop by pumping out. You kind of do one thing at a time, and that's pump the tank, get this line ran over so you can use the restroom, and then go on the other side of the tank and see what the heck's going on over there. There's best way to do it.
All right, so end of the day, the neighbor and I were able to dig a lot of this up, but not everything. Lucky for us, one of the people that we called, a septic company, they repair septic lines, they install septic systems. They were actually able to come out today. We weren't sure if they were, but so we started digging things up. We found a whole lot of stuff wrong. Let's go ahead. I'll get the camera turned around. I'm having to use my phone camera again. Our other camera, the batteries they're dead, and it's you know, I can just walk around with this. So we'll turn the camera around and I'll show you everything that has been done and talk to you about what we had to do. All right, so for starters, right here, this is what you would normally see for a clean out. Wasn't there. There was one that was down below. It was a little teeny, like 2-inch pipe. And it wasn't done properly. So that's the proper pipe. That's Schedule 40 pipe. This stuff here, I don't even know what it is. It's garbage. Shouldn't have been used. That pipe there, we have no clue what that was for, why it was there. We got a kind of idea that maybe it went to over there for gray water, but we're not sure because it wasn't hooked up to anything. Along with another pipe that looked just like those, that was about here, cut off, and just there. You have a wire there that's an electrical wire. I'm gonna have to go back and cut that out, but it's not gonna happen today. So the guys that came out, they brought an excavator, which is awesome to have. So they were able to finish, because not only did we have this problem, the pipes being the way they were, but the propane line, which I'm having so much fun with propane. The propane line actually goes out at a kind of an angle and crosses the pipe, so we had to actually dig down, put the pipes back, because I can't move the propane line to do it right. But it goes at an angle to the propane tank. So I know where my propane line is. I know kind of the lay of the line. This is like a steel pipe, I think, for this one. But the guys were able to dig it out, and when we had the guys come out and empty the tank the last time, the tank that they emptied actually wound up being a tank that didn't need to be emptied. Right there. That's an old tank with nothing going to it. So it didn't take much for them to clean it out. Started digging today. We found this tank. This is the new tank that they have. This is the one that should have been sucked out. I'm not going to lift the lid. I think I got video footage of that earlier. It was plumb full. It was leaking on the back end here. That's what they said all that black stuff was, is it was leaking. None of the pipes were glued. None of the pipes were sealed. To go as far as to say these people just threw it in here isn't a very far stretch. They actually used a plastic bag to try to seal the pipe that comes into the tank here. It wasn't done right. The pipe over here, the greenish colored pipe, that pipe wasn't even hooked up. It's full of sludge and who knows what else, and only goes out some direction that way. We don't know what for. Don't know why, because it wasn't even hooked up to the back of the tank. So now I've got to have someone come out and I've got to have them clean the tank out. But once they do that, or even before they do that, what I can do is I put another, the guys that were here, they put another pipe out. They dug a huge hole over here. I'll go to it. And what we're going to do, that's going to be the water drain field. I can't get over to it right now. You walk around here, and I'll show you from this side. So they dug this out, and we're going to fill it with gravel all the way to almost the top. And we're going to fill it back in, about 6 inches of dirt on top of the gravel. And that will be the water let out for now. So they didn't have that going over here. Like I said, they've got it going somewhere that direction, but with that pipe being full, it was never working. Which is why it was backing up into the cabin, because it had nowhere to go. We are expecting light rain tomorrow, snow and rain Friday into Saturday, and the septic guys that pumped the tank out have yet to call me to tell me whether they're going to be here tomorrow, because they were going to try to come today. But they didn't make it today. They didn't even call to tell me they weren't going to make it today. Just said they were going to try to make it. They'd call me later in the afternoon. That never happened. A little disappointed in that. I mean, I guess your emergency is not their problem. You know, what are you going to do? So at least we have the tank done, and if we take showers or anything like that, it's not going to be a big problem. It will put water. It'll put the water into that little area. But these guys should show up tomorrow and pump that, hopefully, or Friday. We've called a couple of different places, and we've been told they might be here today, tomorrow, something. I've also had to reroute my fence for the dog area. For now, temporarily, until we can get all that filled back in. And this whole area is just dug up. So let's turn it. Fencing is over there. That area is all messed up. So we'll see how it goes. We'll update here shortly. All right, so this is take 2 of cleaning out the septic tank. The correct septic tank. I'm standing back here because it's a very pungent aroma, you might say. Anyhow, we'll update you here shortly once they're done with this stuff. All right, so what seems to be never-ending saga of the septic system. Here's what we got. I don't remember where I left off. This tank is not the right tank. It's a dead tank. No longer utilized. It'll be reburied. This is the tank here. It's supposedly a 1,000-gallon tank. That black hose there is an old gray water hose that's not hooked up to anything. These are called risers. They're not cheap. They're pretty spendy. But I need them because I really don't want to dig that deep the next time I have to have this thing cleaned up. So, they just sit here and they're held in place by the dirt. You go this direction, that pipe goes out. There's that green pipe that goes that direction. I'm not sure if it's any good or not. Right now, what we need to have, I've got to do some, I guess you'd call backwoods engineering. That pipe is going straight into a pit that's going to be filled with that gravel. The dump truck that brought the gravel was unable to back in because our ground was so wet from the rains that we've had previously. But he got stuck over there and couldn't move, so we had to tow him out of there. So we got that done. I've got a friend of mine that has a tractor, a neighbor, but he's busy doing his own chores out on his property. And I always believe in work smart, not hard, but I've got to get something done. I hate sitting around waiting. So I'm going to take that shovel and this little wheelbarrow, I guess wagon, and I'm going to start trying to see what I can do with filling that hole in until my neighbor gets here, and we'll go from there. And what I'm going to do, there's the old burn area up there behind those evergreens that I don't use. I don't want to use it. It just does no good for me to put garbage back there to burn it. There's stuff back there that's been there for I don't know how long, but I'm going to take all of this soil. It's contaminated soil with septic sewage. I'm going to take all this soil that's left over and I want to put it back in there to backfill that hole back there. And push more soil in as soon as I can get a dozer in here to do some of that. So anyhow, got the camera out here. We'll see how long that lasts. Anyhow, without further ado, we'll go ahead and get started. All right, everybody. So we're still not quite done, but this is Ken on the right, or my right, your left, and Pee-wee beside him. They're from Ken's Plumbing, and they're the guys that just cleaned out my tank, and they did an excellent job. So if you're in the Arkansas, Missouri area,
yeah, around Mammoth Springs there.
yeah,
yep.
There's their number. They're great guys. They're fun to talk to, and they know their business. Ken, for you, real quick, what's the best thing you can do when you're looking at someone to clean out your septic, or if you have a septic problem?
I'd say to call me is the best thing you can do, but yet if you're backing up and you do get someone to clean your tank, you know, the best thing, you know, be standing there and watching them while they do it, to make for sure that they try to get, you know, everything is in the tank is, you know, possibly that you can out. I mean, you can't get every drop out, but if you'll keep working at it and stirring it and running water with it, you can get 95% or better of that sludge out of that tank. And that sludge is what, you know, it needs to come out of the tank. It gets up there, it gets thick, gets down into your field lines, it plugs them up, then you're going to spend some money, big money.
And we also do plumbing services and whatever you need, household and sewer lines and augering, cleaning out, whatever you need.
Pee-wee here does
construction on the side, remodels, light remodel, whatever you need.
Don't forget to say that now.
Yes, yeah.
So,
yeah.
Like I said,
Last
these
name's
guys,
Johnson.
These guys have been excellent. We had the other guys come out here. I'm going to say who they were now. They did a 5-minute, maybe less than 10-minute job on my tank. That was the wrong tank. Didn't save a peep. If you have someone come out to clean out your tank and they don't try to use water to do that.
That should throw up a red flag with you.
Okay, so for you that don't know,
they're not doing a good job if they don't use water.
Yeah,
if they don't have, you know, water available on their truck where they're putting water in, which I don't have water available on my truck, but almost everybody's got a water hydrant you can go up to. If they don't run water with it, they're not doing their job right.
Okay, yeah, because the other day they didn't do that. These guys, the first thing they said was, well, you got a hose, because Ken left his hose on another truck, but he wanted to make sure that he did the job properly, so he asked for a hose and a water source. So he did that. It's cleaned out. I'm thrilled. I'm not thrilled about the price, but you never are. I appreciate it, guys. I really do.
You bet.
Y'all have been
your business.
great.
Give us a call.
Will do.
Thank you very much.
All right, guys, remember, Ken's Plumbing, and that's their number. So I'm going to give them a plug because they've been awesome. All right, we'll update later.
Thank you very much.
All right, so the neighbor with the tractor hasn't made it yet. I think he's on his way up the hill now. We'll do a quick update. I've been able to fill in a lot of the dirt here. As you can tell with the video, it's getting kind of dark. So we're going to fill in the hole, just do a little bit, and we'll go from there. We'll update again later. That is what I'm hoping for one day. So we've got gravel in here, and we're trying to get everything done tonight before the rain and snow and all that good stuff show up. It's our neighbor Dalton. He's going to push this gravel or the dirt in here now. Now this should make real short work of it. We'll do a little bit of video. Let's see how this goes. So, anyhow, this is the remnants of what we've got left. It's all clay, kind of muddy, mucky. It's been sprinkling here tonight. We're gonna have a little bit of a mound over here before we're done. And all of this will be gone. The previous owners, sometime in the past, had a burn pit that they used. We don't use it We use burn barrels. But they had a burn pit they threw all their stuff in and they didn't burn everything, so this is all going there because I'm not going to use it to plant anything. So anyhow, we'll update. Here we are. This has taken a little more than 30 minutes, but I think we're doing pretty good. Of course, this is all going to settle in. Unfortunate, but what do you do, right? So I got plenty of gravel with that, excess gravel, so that should be all right. So unfortunately, this is what the yard is going to look like for a little while. You probably can't see too much, but this whole area is tore up. All that work I did on the fencing, it's all messed up. So anyhow, do more video maybe tomorrow, depending. It's rainy and starting to rain now, so I think we're done for the day. Everybody has a great weekend.